Hello guys, welcome back again to my channel and welcome to another brand new video. Today I want to drop my predictions for today's games. That's Sunday 22nd of March 2026. So for today I picked 8 matches, 8 games, and these 8 games bring out a total of 10 odds. And after looking at these 8 games, I am convinced to say that these 8 games are safe enough for us to play as our accumulator bet for today. So, and like I said, it's 10 odds for today. So I'm going to get right away into the game I have. I'm going to get right into the game. So the first game here, or please, if this is your first time, I almost forgot, please subscribe to this channel, turn on your notifications so that you get notified once I drop games on the channel. You're going to be seeing it immediately. And also, please always remember to drop your opinions in the comment section whenever, like this video and other videos in the channel that you've come across. Please always drop what you think in the comment section. I like reading those comments to know your opinions, to know if you agree with me, if we're on the same page. Once you comment, just know that I've seen the comment and I'm going to read it and I'll interact with it as appropriately as possible. And also, please share this video, share with your friends, share with your village people, share with your family, and share with whoever you just come across. Just share the video to them. So I'm going to go right into the games I have for today. Like I said, it is 10 odds, safe 10 odds. So let's go. The first game I have is in the Spanish La Liga, the match between FC Barcelona and Rayo Vallecano. That is the first game in the Spanish La Liga. These are two teams that, based on the recent matches of these two, none of them have lost a game in their last 5 matches. Barcelona just won, defeated Newcastle 7-2 in the Champions League. Rayo Vallecano are just coming up from playing in the Conference League, a busy Europa League that they are playing. But I believe that this is a match that will end in a win for FC Barcelona. That's why I've picked Barcelona to win as my first pick. Now, let me give some points to back it up. This match is being played at the Camp Nou, or Camp Nou as they may pronounce it, and this is a ground where Barcelona have not lost this season. Barcelona have not lost, even from when they started playing in their makeshift home ground to when they moved into this new Camp Nou. Barcelona have not lost at home, and it is very, very difficult for Barcelona to lose at home as compared to Rayo Vallecano, who in their away matches, they've won only one of their last 5 away matches. So comparing these two and then putting the title race into consideration, you put that almost all Barcelona players are available for this game. Put it into consideration as well. And then there's no Champions League coming up. We are going for international break. So all factors are favoring a win for FC Barcelona. And I'm going to key into that and pick Barcelona to win as my first pick for today. FC Barcelona to win. And I believe we can take advantage of that. Now, the second game I have, I went to the Netherlands, Eredivisie, and the match I picked there is the match between FC Telstar versus PSV Eindhoven. A lot of people believe that PSV have won the league, and the good thing is I also believe as well that PSV have won the league because this is match day 28 and there are 34 matches in this league. So 28 to 34, that's like 4 to 5 matches left to play, and PSV are currently, they have about 14 or 16 points gap. So a win in this game will likely crown PSG the official champions of the league. So playing a straight win for PSG now, we do not know the match that PSG will take serious and the one they will not take serious. And besides, if you look at their opponents, Telstar, they are fighting to come out of the relegation zone. So Telstar will take this match more seriously than PSV. But if you look at the recent matches of Telstar, you'll see that there have been over 2.5 goals in all of their last 5 matches. If you look at the recent matches of PSV, you also notice that there have been over 2.5 goals in all of their last 5 matches. That is why I came to the conclusion that for this match, it is best to play over 2.5 goals rather than to play PSV to win. And that is why I went with that pick, over 2.5 goals for that game between FC Telstar and PSV in the Netherlands, Eredivisie. And that was the second game I have on my bet slip for today. Telstar versus PSV over 2.5 goals. Now, moving on, the next game I have here is in the Italian Serie A, and I picked the match between Fiorentina and Inter Milan. Now, this game appears tricky, but it is not. It is a very straightforward game. Now, why did I say it is tricky? If you look at these two teams, obviously, you will say Inter Milan are going to win the match against Fiorentina. Yeah, if you were thinking that way, obviously, you are right, because I think Inter Milan will win, but the last 5 matches of Inter Milan, they've won only one. They've lost twice. So we can confidently say that Inter's form recently haven't been the best of form. Fiorentina have won 2 in their last 5 matches, and Fiorentina also played in the Conference League. So I believe that this match, Fiorentina are going to be battling with fatigue compared to Inter Milan that they are not in the Champions League. They're already out. So a fully rested Inter Milan side against this Fiorentina side, I think it will end in a win for Inter Milan. Now, the head-to-head between these two, the last 5 times that these two teams have met, Inter Milan have won 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two, and Fiorentina have managed to win only one. And that win, okay, that was sometime last year that Fiorentina won Inter Milan. But the recent matches of these two, Inter dominates over Fiorentina majority of the time. Now, the home matches of Fiorentina, they won 2 and drawn their last 3 matches. Drawn 3, not their last 3. They won twice, drew 3. The away matches of Inter Milan, they won 2 as well, but Inter Milan lost 2. So I believe Inter Milan are going to win this game. That is why I picked that option, because looking at like the circumstances, like this Fiorentina team are tired. They just played on Thursday. Inter Milan did not play, so that's what I like. I'm convinced that Inter, and then the Scudetto race is on. If you look at the title race, it's just few points between AC Milan and Inter Milan. So Inter Milan do not want AC Milan to catch up with them in this title race. So I'm convinced that Inter Milan will win. So I picked Inter Milan to win as that my pick for that particular one, Inter Milan to win. Moving on, the next game, Stade Rennais versus Metz in the French league. Stade Rennais versus Metz. Metz are the overall last team in the league. Metz, I believe Metz have been relegated, even if they do not believe it themselves. But I'm convinced. Stade Rennais have won 4 of their last 5 matches recently. Stade Rennais, after having some months of bad form, Stade Rennais just came up and started winning their matches. And then if you look at Metz have been losing. Metz have not won a game for 12 matches in a row in the league. So I believe I'm at home. Stade Rennais have won twice. Metz have not even won away too. So I do not want to analyze this game, who is better, who is stronger. I'm not saying Stade Rennais are the strongest team in the league. No, I didn't say that. But Metz, I'm saying that they are the weakest team in the league. So I picked, in fact, I can pick anybody to win against Metz. So for this game, since Stade Rennais are home and Stade Rennais have won 4 of their last 5 matches, I'm convinced that Stade Rennais are also going to win this particular match. That's why I've picked them to win. So that was the next match. I said I picked 8 games and this was number 4. So we still have 4 more matches to go in this, my predictions for today. I'm going to try as much as I can to hurry it up. The next match is still in the French league, the match between Lyon and Monaco. Lyon and Monaco, a team that was in form, recently dropped their form. That is Lyon. However, Monaco are in mad form recently. Monaco have been winning most of their matches and scoring goals. And Monaco are just 3 points behind Lyon. So winning this game, they go level on points. And they are just battling for top 4, nothing else, because PSG are going to win the league as usual in that French league. So they are battling for top 4, top 3, Lyon and Monaco. And I think that this match will produce both teams to score, but the odds are favoring Monaco to win. I think Monaco will win. Let me see the recent matches. Recent matches of Lyon, both teams scored in 4 of their last 5 matches. Their most recent match ended 0-0. Meanwhile, for Monaco, both teams didn't score in both teams scored in 5 of their last 7 matches had both teams scoring. That's for Monaco, but over 1.5 always happen in Monaco matches. And I'm not saying Monaco will outrightly win Lyon. That is not my pick. My pick here is over 1.5. I think there will be 2 goals in this game. I think Lyon will score. I think Monaco will score. But I feel like Monaco are in a better form than Lyon, and Monaco will likely win Lyon in this game. That is how I feel, but that is not what I'm picking. I'm picking that there will be over 1.5 goals. So I know you guys will agree with me that there will be at least 2 goals in this game between Monaco and Lyon. Now, the 6th game I have for today is the match between Tottenham and Nottingham Forest. This is in the English Premier League. This one is like a relegation battle, or like best losers to decide who loses most of their matches. But if you've been following the Premier League, you know that Nottingham Forest, they concede a lot, and Tottenham, they concede a lot. I don't need to give their last 5 matches, because we know that Tottenham loses a lot and Nottingham Forest loses a lot. So in their last 5 matches, it's just lose. That is going to feel there. But I want to see how many goals these teams have scored in their last 5 matches. And we can see that for Tottenham, they've had both teams score in all of their last 5 matches. Their most recent 5 matches, in fact, their most recent 7 matches, Tottenham has had both teams to score. Now going over to Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest have had both teams to score in 3 of their last 5 matches. So we can see that, like I said, these 2 teams concede lots and lots of goals in most of their matches. So I believe that goals, like betting on goals, is pure gold in this match, because first, there are not even odds, like there are very, very high odds for goals to be scored in this game. But goals are going to be scored. I see 3 goals in this game. Maybe a 2-2 or a 1-1 or a 2-1. More likely a 2-1 for Tottenham, because Tottenham are like better than Nottingham Forest actually. But I picked over 1.5 goals also for this game. I'm not being sentimental about it. I know that Tottenham will score, and I know that Nottingham Forest will score. That's why I picked over 1.5 goals for this particular match between these two teams. They are both losers, so whoever loses should not feel too bad. Now, the next game I have is in the Portuguese League. Aveca Futbol versus Sporting CP. They come the new kings of comeback, Sporting CP. But Aveca have played 5 consecutive draws. That is very, very interesting. 5 consecutive draws for FC Alveca, and they've not lost at home in their last 5 matches. They've drawn 3 and won 2, but Sporting are going to win this game. That is what I picked, because Sporting are chasing Porto for this league. Sporting, they are hunting Porto down for this league. There are like 8 games to go to the end of the season, and Porto are, it's about 7, 8 or 6 points thereabout that Porto are using to grab Sporting. So Sporting do not want to lose guard this their league and just give it to Porto just like that. So I'm going with Sporting to win this game. Yes, I believe Sporting are able to win. Though some people will say they use all their strengths to play in the Champions League against Bordeaux Lims. Or maybe, but they've rested a lot since Tuesday till Saturday, Sunday. They've rested a lot. So Sporting should win. That is my pick for that particular game. I'm going with a win for Sporting CP. And then the last game I have for today in this my 10 odds is in the Greek league, the match between Volos and PAOK. Volos MPS versus PAOK in the Greek league. Now, this is the last match day, the regular match day of the Greek league before they go into playoff. Greek league, currently, there are 3 top teams are level on points, so they don't even know who will win the league. So these teams are going to battle it out on this last day. But for me, I have safely picked PAOK to win this match against Volos, because I see it as being safe. Like, after calculating, checking all the statistics involved in this match between Volos, checking their home form and their away form, I agreed that the match will end in a win for PAOK. Let me check out the recent matches between, like, their form. So Volos have not won in their most recent 5 matches. They have 2 losses and 3 draws. PAOK have won 3 in their last 5 matches with 1 draw and 1 loss. And then playing at home, Volos have also not won. They have 3 back-to-back draws and then 2 losses. While away from home, PAOK have managed to get just 1 win in their last 5 away matches. But this is the ultimate game of the season, the match where everybody needs to put in all their resources. That is why I picked PAOK to win. They are currently top. Like, they don't even need a draw here because they are going to drop. So that is, I believe, those are the reasons why I picked this game as a win for PAOK. So these are the games I picked for today, and I accumulated that. Like I said, these games come out 10 odds, and I calculated it by my own judgment. These games are safe. So I'll be doing a recap of these games that I picked 10 odds, 8 matches. So the first game I have here in the Spanish La Liga, the match between Barcelona and Rayo Vallecano, I picked Barcelona to win this game against Rayo Vallecano. And then in the Netherlands Eredivisie, the match between Telstar and PSV Eindhoven, I picked over 2.5 goals. The next match I have is in the Italian Serie A, the match between Fiorentina and Inter Milan, and I picked Inter Milan to win. The next match I have in the French League, the match between Stade Rennais and Metz, I picked Stade Rennais, home team, to win. And then the match still in the French League, the match between Lyon and Monaco, I picked over 1.5 goals. Now to the English Premier League, the match between Tottenham and Nottingham Forest, I picked over 1.5 goals as well. The match between Aveca and Sporting CP in the Portuguese League, I picked away team to win. And then the last but not the least is in the Greek League, the match between Volos and PAOK, and I picked PAOK to win, away team to win. So 8 games, 10 odds, deemed safe for us to play for today. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If there's a game you do not agree with, please let me know. If you agree with all of them as well, please let me know. I'm waiting for your thoughts. I'm waiting for your opinions. Please do not forget to like this video. Do not forget to share this video. Do not forget to leave your opinions in the comment section as well. Thanks once again for watching. Good luck to us for today. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.